Welcome to Harrison County High School Baseball. I'm Jim Swinford coming to you from the hilltop on Mac Whitaker Field, where this afternoon the Breds will be taking on the Juggernauts of Lloyd Memorial in the first game of the 2026 edition of the Harris Memorial Hospital Classic. This Classic will have 6 games over the next 2 days, with a doubleheader starting things off tonight. West Jessamine and Newport Catholic will play after Harrison County's game is over. Thoroughbreds coming in with a very fine record of 17-2, while Lloyd Memorial at 10-9. Beautiful day for baseball here on the hilltop. The crowds have already gathered to watch this game, and I'm sure some are up there watching the next game as well. We'll take this opportunity, though, to take it back to the station to Ted Beam from First Methodist Church with this afternoon's pregame prayer.
Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your incredible love and grace to us. We thank you for your faithfulness. We thank you for how you've revealed yourself to us. You haven't left us to our imaginations, but you have come. You've sent Jesus to come and live among us and die on our behalf and rise again, and we are so grateful. We do lift up the teams to you tonight as they gather for this wonderful competition. Will you pour out your Spirit on them? You help them to play and to play well, even better than they've ever played before. You protect them from injuries. We ask you to guide them, guide the coaches, guide the officials, and you help this evening that they will learn a lot tonight about fair play, about sportsmanship, about those lessons that will carry them through life. We are so grateful to you. Will you bless this time this evening? Protect them all from injuries. We offer them to you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. My name's Ted Beam, the pastor of First Methodist Church in Cynthiana at the corner of Pike Street and Church Street. I hope you come worship with us this coming Sunday at 11 a.m.
All righty, back here at the hilltop. Of course, Harrison County a couple of days ago coming off of pretty big wins over Robertson County by scores of 16-1 and 16-0. But more important and impressive than that, both games were no-hitters. Complete game no-hitters nonetheless by Bryce Coy and Jacob Phelps. So let's see if we can get a third straight no-hitter here this afternoon. Taking a look at the batting order for the Juggernauts, who are coached by the legendary Bob Meyerhoff up in northern Kentucky. The third baseman, Luke Landers, leads things off. He'll be followed by Colton Barger, who's in center field. Grayson Banash is over at short with Jamaica Jasper behind the plate. The fifth place batter is Evan West. He'll be followed by the designated hitter, Connor Drake, who's batting for the first baseman, Jacoby Poole. Batting seventh, the left fielder, KJ Nussbaum. He'll be followed by Jaden Jasper, who's over in right. And rounding out the batting order will be Braden Noggle, who's over at second. So once again, Landers, Barger, Banash, Jasper, West, Drake, Nussbaum, Jasper, and Noggle. Well, we're about to have the national anthem, so we'll take a listen to that, after which we'll take a break and then come back for the first pitch of today's game between Lloyd Memorial and Harrison County. But right now, our Star Spangled Banner.
The dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Do you raise your own meat, milk, or eggs? Hinton Mills Homegrown Feeds are designed for those of you who enjoy the benefits of growing your own farm-fresh products. Try Hinton Mills.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America.
Napier's behind the plate with Jordan Persinger at first and Cooper Slade at second. Ian Hopkins is at third with Blake Green at short, and left to right in the outfield, Easton Martin, Donovan Walker, and Sean Vaughn, all backing up the pitching of Dre Roberts. Roberts pitching for the first time since last Saturday when he threw against Bracken County over at their place. Overall on the season, Dre making his fourth appearance, his third start. He's gone 7 2/3 innings, giving up 12 hits, and I lost my place. Giving up 12 hits, 7 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Has given up 8 runs, 6 of which have been earned. Has a record of 1-1 and a 5.48 earned run average. Opposing batters are batting .343 against him, so a chance for Dre today to maybe get some of those numbers down. Luke Landers, the third baseman, will start things off. He wears the number 13 on the back of his jersey. Harrison County in their home whites with Breads and script across the front and their gray baseball pants. Meanwhile, the Juggernauts in what would look like their home uniforms as they're all in white.
Number 13.
And they've got
Landers.
LM on the front of their jerseys. Actually, they got Lloyd on the front of their jerseys. First pitch to Landers is fouled back for strike one. The wind by Roberts, and the pitch is going to be a little low. This count evens up at 1-1. Wind swirling around today. Next pitch is right down Main Street as count goes to 1-2. Landers not real happy about that particular ball strike call. The wind and the 1-2 is a little slap past the mound, grounded on a couple of hops by Slade. He'll throw on to first base in time to down Landers for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 2, Colton Barger.
Colton Barger at the plate now, the center fielder. Take a look at Barger's numbers on the year, batting .396. Has 4 doubles, a triple, a team-leading 3 home runs. He's also driven in 13, also leads the team in runs scored with 24, and in stolen bases with 17 as the first pitch is taken for strike one. Barger, a left-hander. Next pitch is a fly ball into medium center field. There to catch it is Walker for out number 2. They'll bring Grayson Benosh to the plate.
Now batting, number 3, Grayson Benosh.
Benosh playing over at shortstop, at least today for Lloyd Memorial. He'll come up with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the first in the first game of 6 over the next 2 days at the Harrison Memorial Hospital Invitational. Roberts' first pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Benosh on the year, batting a team-leading .481. Leads the team in doubles with 5, in RBIs with 27, and in hits with 25. Here's a pop-up into left field. Underneath of it is Martin. He'll make the grab, and just like that, the Breads are out of the inning 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Your score at the end of a half. Lloyd Memorial nothing, and Harrison County coming to bat. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau.
889. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, the Juggernauts go down in order in the top of the first. Let's see what our guys can do against Evan West, who's the starting pitcher today for Lloyd Memorial. Leading off for Harrison County will be Ian Hopkins, the third baseman. He'll be followed by Blake Green, who's over at short. Batting third, the second baseman, Cooper Slade. He'll be followed in the cleanup spot by Donovan Walker, who's out in center field. Jordan Persinger plays at first. He'll be followed by B.J. Napier, who's behind the plate. The seventh place batter is Russ Persinger, who's the designated hitter today, batting for the pitching Dre Roberts. The eighth place batter, the right fielder Sean Vaughn. And rounding out the batting order will be Easton Martin, who's out in left. Defensively for the Juggernauts, Jamaica Jasper is behind the plate with Jacoby Poole at first. Braden Noggles over at second with Luke Landers at third and Grayson Banash at short. KJ Nussbaum is out in left field. Colton Bargers patrolling center with Jaden Jasper in right, all backing up the pitching of Evan West. West, a sophomore, making his seventh appearance of the year, his third start. He's thrown 15 in the third innings, giving up 16 hits and 9 walks while striking out 20. He's given up 9 runs, 7 of which have been earned, has a record of 1-3, and a decent ERA of 3.20. Hopkins stands in as West gets the sign from Jasper. And the first pitch is going to be outside for ball one. Hopkins on the season batting .444. 3 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs, which is second best on the team. He's also driven in 14. The wind and the next pitch is going to be outside as well as the count goes to 2-0. Over Ian's last 4 games, he's gone 7 for 11 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs, so very, very hot right now. The wind and West's next pitch is going to find the inside part of the plate for strike one. Hopkins looks down for the sign before standing back in the batter's box. And the next offering from West is going to be way outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Hopkins. A little bit of overcast skies, but otherwise a very pleasant day for baseball here on the Hilltop. Hopefully it'll be this way tomorrow as well. The wind and the 3-1 to the plate is going to be down low, ball 4. So a leadoff walk issued to Hopkins gets things going for the Breds here in the bottom of the first for Blake Green. Over at first base, Hopkins being held on by the first baseman Poole. Hopkins with 6 steals this year. We'll give you Green's numbers after this first delivery to him. Over at third base, Landers is a step in on the infield grass. The throw from West is cranked to left field. Going back, Nussbaum at the fence. This ball is off the fence on a hop. Heading on over to third base will be Hopkins, and then standing at second with a leadoff or a one-out double or none-out double is Green. For Blake, that is his 7th double of the season, which gives him the team high in that particular category. That'll bring Cooper Slade to the plate. And will also bring Lloyd Memorial's defense in.
Cooper Slade.
Reds leading the state in runs scored with 227 and in average runs per game at 11.95. Cooper squares the bunt. Coming home with the ball is going to be West, and they're going to tag Hopkins out at the plate. 1-2. Also on the play, Green goes to third and Slade to first, but there's now 1 out with those runners on the corners for Donovan Walker. It's a good play by West.
Now batting number 22, Donovan Walker.
Walker on the year batting .373, 5 doubles, a team leading 7 home runs. Also leads the team in RBIs with 27. Over at third base, Landers in on the infield grass. The runner at first being held on. And the pitch is going to be high and inside for ball 1. Looking into the dugout is Landers to see if his coach wants him to stay where he is. About 3 steps in on the grass. He says yes. Here goes the runner Slade. The pitch will pop out of the mitt of the catcher. So an easy steal that time by Slade. For Slade, that is his 8th stolen base of the season. Runners on second and third now for Walker. Walker on the year batting .400 with runners in scoring position. Levels the bat over top his left shoulder. As West gets the sign, and the pitch is going to be inside, gets away from the catcher, and the throw is going to be under the sliding green as Harrison County goes up 1-0. Well, the ball didn't squirt away as far as I thought it might, but Green quick enough to get on down on the wild pitch. Also on the play, Slade moves to third. Reds on top here in the first, something they've done with great regularity, getting ahead of their opponents. 2-1 the count. Next pitch to Walker is hit off the opposite side into the left field for a base hit. 28th RBI of the season for Walker as Harrison County takes a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. All right. Coming to the bat now, Jordan Persinger. Jordan on the season now has lifted his average to .283. Has 4 doubles, a homer, and 15 RBIs. Over at first base, Walker being held on by the first baseman, Poole. West takes a look over there. The first pitch to Jordan's going to hit him in the elbow. For Jordan, that is his team-leading 6th time getting hit by a pitch this year. So Walker on down to second, and Jordan Persinger at first for B.J. Napier. B.J. catching today for the Breds. On the season, batting .261 with 5 doubles and 14 RBIs. Over the last 3 games, he's done pretty well to raise that average. First pitch here is going to be taken up high for ball 1. Here we were talking about the Thoroughbreds leading the state in runs per game average, 11.95. It's pretty fun scoring almost 12 runs a game. Next pitch is a bouncer foul to the left side. This count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Breds also lead the state in home runs with 19. 4th in doubles with 47. 4th in batting average at .375. 5th in RBIs with 166. So just all over the place, the Breds doing extremely well. Next pitch of ball as the count goes to 2-1 on Napier. Individually, the 7 home runs hit by Walker are 6th best in the state. Here's a long fly ball, deep left field. This ball is going to be out of here. About 3/4 of the way up the bank in front of the scoreboard, and Harrison County will get to touch them all as they'll take a 5-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. For Napier, his first home run of the season. Good time for it. Color in our boxes as Russ Persinger will come to the plate. Three-run shot by Napier. Now the DH, Russ Persinger, the plate batting for the pitcher, Dre Roberts. Russ on the year batting .476, which is best on the team. As a double, a triple, a homer, 25 RBIs, which is second best on the team as well. The wind and the pitch from West is going to be up high for a ball as the count goes to 1-0. This is the 5th meeting between Harrison County and Lloyd Memorial in baseball. Harrison County has won the previous 4, including a win last year. Next pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. We'll actually go and play them up in Erlanger in the last week of the regular season on May the 13th. The wind by West And the 1-1 delivery is a bouncer to the right side. A couple of hops to the first baseman Poole. He'll outrace Russ to the first base bag for out number 2. They'll bring Sean Vaughn to the plate. Sean playing out in right field. 5-0 your score here in the bottom of the first. The Breads in front of Lloyd Memorial.
Number 15, Sean Vaughn.
West Jessamine and Newport Central Catholic will play each other later on tonight, scheduled to be at 7:30. Next pitch by West is outside for ball 1. Breads will play twice tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning against Newport Central Catholic, then around 4:45 or so against West Jessamine. The wind and the pitch is popped up foul and out of play behind the first base dugout. This count goes even at 1-1. Sean Vaughn on the season, batting .316, has a double, a homer, and 5 RBIs. Long look into his catcher, West. The pitch is going to be on the inside corner for a strike. Sean finds himself in the hole 1-2. Vaughn stands back in. And the pitch is going to be a fly ball into left field. Nussbaum is under it, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. But the Breads come up with 5 runs in the inning. The big hit, the 3-run homer by B.J. Napier. That was one of 3 base hits. There were no errors, and nobody was left on base. As we head now to the top of the second, your score, Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Mary Todd Ashbrook today at 859-588-1520 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Harrison County has jumped out to a 5-0 lead after just winning a play here in the middle, or at the top of the second. The middle of the order coming up for Lloyd Memorial. Jamaica Jasper, Evan West, and Connor Drake. Cynthia Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Jamaica Jasper, the catcher, stands in. First pitch is going to be taken for strike 1. Let's see. Jasper on the year, batting .386. Has a home run and 13 RBIs. Next pitch is fouled off in behind the plate, and it will be a little bit out of play for strike 2. Phillies winning again last night, 6-1 over Bishop Brossard up in Alexandria to advance their record on the year to now 23-4. So the Phillies doing extremely well, obviously. They'll be taking the weekend off. This next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So that's our first Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout, bringing Evan West to the plate.
Number 18, Evan West.
West, the pitcher, a sophomore, batting .208 on the year. Couple of doubles and 13 RBIs for him. So the first pitch is delivered at the knees for strike 1. Roberts doesn't waste any time. Gets the ball, gets the sign, and then throws to the plate. Although this time he's shaking off his catcher, which is, yeah, right. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 out, nobody on for the Juggernauts here in the top of the second. They trail 5-0. Next pitch is tip foul into the mitt of Napier for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. Connor Drake, the designated hitter, will come to the plate now. He's batting for the first baseman, Jacoby Poole.
Now batting number 22, Connor Drake.
Drake batting 128 on the year. No extra base hits, 3 RBIs. First pitch is on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Lloyd Memorial 10-9, but they've won their last 4 in a row. This next pitch is outside, knocking off Villa Madonna twice, Augusta, and Dayton. The wind and the pitch is on the inside part. Another good pitch. This count goes to 1-2, so now Roberts just 1 strike away from striking out the side. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and he did just that. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout as Roberts strikes out the side. So as we head now to the bottom of the second, your score, Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Katie Bowman today at 859-595-4234 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Come down and see the boys.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, we're heading to the bottom of the second inning of a game that Harrison County leads 5-0. It'll be Easton Martin, and then back to the top of the order, and Ian Hopkins and Blake Green. Back on the mound, Evan West, the starter for the Juggernauts, who had a rough first inning. A 3-run home run, the first of the year for B.J. Napier, the big hit. Also got an RBI from Donovan Walker.
Now batting
and
number 20.
A wild pitch brought home the 5th run. Martin on the season is now batting .316. 3 doubles, a homer, and 7 RBIs. Took him a while to get back over the 300 mark, but he's finally made it. The wind by West, and the first pitch is going to be outside and low for ball 1. Yeah, we're talking about the Phillies. They'll be on the road on Monday. That's their next game against Madison Central, which will be a good test for them. The wind and the 1-0 is going to be bunted pop-up style into foul territory and picked off by the catcher for out number 1. That'll send us back to the top of the order, and Ian Hopkins. Hopkins walked his first time up and then was caught trying to get to home plate on a bunt, which didn't go very far and was thrown out. After that, 5 straight thoroughbreds reached and 5 scored. Give you Hopkins' numbers after this first pitch, although I think we already did. Here's a fly ball into right center field, chasing after it, Jasper, and he reaches up just shy of the fence for out number 2. Well, Ian gave it a rod, but the ballpark was just small enough, or just big enough, I should say, to keep it in.
Now batting number 14, Blake Green.
Blake Green to the plate now. He doubled to left field and came home on a wild pitch his first time up. Wind and West's first pitch to Green is going to be taken just outside and low for ball 1. 5-0 your score, Harrison County up. We're in the bottom half of the second inning of a scheduled 7-inning game. Wind and the next delivery is going to be cranked into center field. Barger's there, though, to make the catch for out number 3. So 3 up and 3 down As we head now to the top half of the third, your score, Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Congratulations, you're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah, Wayne's fine too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on
Hilltop, we're heading to the top of the third inning. KJ Nussbaum, Jaden Jasper, and Braden Noggle will be starting things off for the Juggernauts as they try to get a base runner, as Dre Roberts has retired the first 6 batters he's faced. Well, the live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Palmer Hampton Realty, and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports to find all the action. Nussbaum, the left fielder, stands in. We'll give you the numbers after this first pitch. Roberts' first pitch is right down the heart for strike one. Nussbaum on the season, batting .195. He does have a triple and 7 RBIs. So the next pitch is delivered on the outside corner for strike 2. So quickly, Nussbaum in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Wind still blowing out towards left center. Next pitch is just off the outside part of the plate. So count goes to 1-2 to the leadoff batter for the Juggernauts here in the top of the third. They trail 5-0. Next pitch is right across the outside part of the plate for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. That's 4 in a row struck out by Roberts.
Jaden Jasper.
Jaden Jasper, the right fielder, will now come to the plate. Jasper, another sophomore, batting .063 on the year, 1 out of 16. First pitch taken for strike 1. Choking up on the bat handle about an inch is Jasper as the second pitch is swung through and missed for strike 2. Right now, Dre is just overpowering people. Just getting the ball and firing it back in. Roberts winds and fires the pitch. On the outside corner for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. 5 in a row have been struck out now by Roberts. And with 2 outs and nobody on, Braden Noggle will come to the plate. Noggle's the second baseman today.
Batting number 20, Braden Noggle.
Noggle batting 100 on the year on 2 of 20. First pitch to him is going to sail high for ball 1. The wind and the next pitch is swung through and missed. Count goes to 1-1. Along with the 2 games tomorrow, Reds will be back in action on Tuesday. Here's a pop-up into right field. Calling everyone off is Sean Vaughn, who will make the grab for out number 3. So for the third consecutive inning, 3 up and 3 down. And as we head now to the bottom of the third, your score remains Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Doug Hampton today at 859-588-7120 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
All righty, back here at the Hilltop. We're heading to the bottom of the third inning with Harrison County leading 5-0. The Braves scoring all 5 in the first. Here in the third, it'll be Slade, Walker, and Persinger coming to the plate. It's back on the mound for his third inning of work will be West. After West settled down, he's done pretty well, retiring the last 5 in a row after Napier's 3-run homer, but just had a little bit of trouble getting things going. Slade reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. That was on that bunt where Hopkins was caught coming home. He's also stolen the second base and scored a run. So Slade in there. Batting a team high 458. The wind by West, and his first pitch is going to be swung through and missed for strike 1. West living dangerously, though, as all 5 outs have been in the air. Next pitch to Slade is a little looper over the second baseman's head and into right center for a base hit. So a leadoff base hit for the Braves. Over the second baseman's head and into right center field. Brings Donovan Walker back to the plate. Walker had an RBI base hit his first time up.
Now batting number 22, Donovan Walker.
Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. First pitch is going to be a little high for ball 1. Now, I mentioned on Tuesday, the Thoroughbreds will play Bishop Brossart here on the Hilltop. There'll be a 5:30 start. Here's a throw to first, not in time. We played Brossart very early in the season, March the 19th, and won that game 10-0 in 6. But the Mustangs always a solid club, so can't take anything for granted against them for sure. Next pitch is a fly ball into center field. Barger looks like he's got a beat on it, and he does. We're out number 1, chasing Slade back to first base. They'll bring Jordan Persinger back to the plate. Persinger was hit by a pitch just prior to Napier's home run. Over at first, Slade being held on by Poole.
Jordan Persinger.
Persinger levels the bat as West gets the sign from Jasper. And the pitch is sliced to left field, but right at the left fielder, KJ Nussbaum, who makes the catch for out number 2. So after the leadoff single, back-to-back flyouts for the Braves. Brings B.J. Napier back to the plate. Napier with that 3-run home run in that 5-run first inning for the Braves. The main catalyst behind this 5-run lead.
Now batting number 30.
Also next week, the Braves will make a road trip to Mount Sterling to take on Montgomery County, who's playing very well this year. That'll be a good test. And then a week from tonight will be Alumni Night. Bryan Station will be coming to town, I should say. Here's a pitch that's outside. The throw down to second is in time. Nice job that time by the catcher, Jamaica Jasper, gunning down Slade, trying to get over to second base. No runs. There was 1 base hit. There were no errors. And as it ends up, nobody was left on base. So as we head now to the top of the 4th, your score, Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Ronnie Brown today at 502-542-1984 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. 3 innings are in the books, and so far, Lloyd Memorial, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Meanwhile, for Harrison County, 5 runs on just 4 base hits, no errors. The Breds have left no one on base so far. Here in the top of the 4th, it'll be the top of the order coming up. Luke Landers, Colton Barger, and Grayson Benash. Landers a ground out to second his first time up. Landers on the season, batting .400, has a double and 9 RBIs. Also leads the team in walks with 12. First pitch to him is taken right down the middle for strike 1. Talk about a pitcher who is on. Dre Roberts is on today. Next pitch is going to be outside and low. This count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind and the next pitch is swung on and missed, and a shoulder-high fastball that Landers went swinging through. Count goes to 1-2 on the leadoff batter for Lloyd Memorial here in the top of the 4th. Next pitch is tipped foul. Nope, is actually just dropped. They'll have to fire on down to first base to complete the strikeout, which they do. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout.
Number 2, Colton Barger.
6 strikeouts so far on the day for Dre Roberts. As Colton Barger comes to the plate, he had a fly ball out to center field when he came to bat before. First pitch swinging and missing for strike 1. Barger on the year, batting .396. 4 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, and 19 RBIs. Next pitch is fouled out of play. Barger finds himself in the hole 0-2. Getting the sign from his catcher, Napier, is Roberts. And the next pitch is a pop-up foul and out of play again. So Barger battling against Dre Roberts. Breds with all 5 of their runs coming in the first inning. We're now in the top of the 4th of a game that's moving right along. Next pitch is going to stay high. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Out in center field. Vaughn playing the batter to go the opposite way. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout for Dre Roberts. That's now 7 on the day. And brings Grayson Benash back to the plate. Benash a fly to 7.
Grayson Bignosh.
Roberts rocking right along. So the pitch is going to be taken outside and high for ball 1. 7 of the last 8 batters have struck out for Lloyd Memorial. Next pitch, taken outside. This count goes to 2-0. The wind and the pitch, taken up high again. 3 balls and no count. 3 balls and no strikes. The count to Benash. Benash batting .481, which leads the team. 5 doubles, 27 RBIs. Next pitch is taken all the way and it's up high for ball 4. First base runner of the game for Lloyd Memorial gets aboard with 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
Now batting number 10, Jamaica Jasper.
Jamaica Jasper to the plate now. He struck out when he came to bat before. Over at first, Jordan Persinger holding Benash on. Benash with 12 steals this year. Here he was about to go, but they changed his mind as the pitch is up high for ball 1. I don't think he's going to go anywhere with his team down by 5. And still plenty of baseball to be played. Roberts working from the stretch for the first time today. Next pitch is up high. Here goes the runner, and he slides in there safely. So a stolen base for Benosh puts him into scoring position down at second base. With the count of 2 balls and no strikes on the batter. Roberts' next pitch is going to sail high for ball 3. Well, he walked Benosh on 4 pitches. Now he's given up a 3-0 count to Jasper. Throw strikes. Jasper batting .386. Next pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 2 outs, 1 on for Lloyd Memorial. Harrison County leads 5-0. And the 3-1 pitch is fouled out of play. Running the count to full. Now back at second base is Benosh. A base hit by Jasper may score him. Now a throw back to second, but not in time. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies. Payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that'll be the inning. A third Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. We're heading now to the bottom of the 4th with your score. Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Thoroughbreds. B.J. Napier, Russ Persinger, and then Sean Vaughn. Of course, Napier, that 3-run homer back in the 1st, providing most of the fireworks that we've seen so far, which after those first 6 batters, tell you what, West has really settled down. Over his last 2 2/3 innings have only allowed 1 base runner.
Number 30, B.J. Napier.
Napier was at the plate when Slade was caught stealing, so he's back up there now. West back on the mound for Lloyd Memorial as well. And the pitch is going to be a pop fly into left field. Nussbaum is there at the base of the bank and makes the grab for out number 1. Russ Persinger will come to the bat now. He grounded out to the first baseman when he came to bat before. Now bats with 1 out. We mentioned about the Phillies being at Madison Central on Monday. On Tuesday, they'll have a big matchup here on the Hilltop as Frederick Douglass comes to town. One of the traditional powers in softball since they became a school a few years ago. First pitch is taken for strike 1 by Persinger. Over at third, Landers a step or 2 in on the infield grass. And the next pitch is a bouncer to first. Gloved by the first baseman, Poole. He'll step on the bag and quick as you please. 2 up and 2 down here in the home 4th. Now take us back to the top. No, not to the top, but to the 8th place hitter, Sean Vaughn, who had a fly out to left field.
Now batting number 15, Sean Vaughn.
Reds need to get some base runners. The wind and West's first pitch to Vaughn is high for ball 1. A lot of activity around the campus here, and Also on the road for our sports teams. This next pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. 1-1 the count to Vaughn. Of course, the Breads are here for the McDonald's Classic, not the Harris Memorial Hospital Classic. Next pitch is going to stay high for ball 2. 2 outs, nobody on for the Breads. They lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And a 2-1 count on Vaughn. West's next pitch is going to be high for ball 3. The Del Paracutan Daily Lunch Specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Sean stands back in as Jasper flashes the sign to the mound. The wind and the 3-1 delivery is going to be outside ball 4. So a walk surrendered by West. That is only the second walk he's given up today. The first one was to the first batter in the bottom of the 1st back when Ian Hopkins turned the trick. So Easton Martin at the plate.
Easton Martin.
Over at first, Vaughn being held on by the first baseman, Poole. Martin awaits the first pitch. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. Delivery, another pop-up on the left side, chasing after it, but running out of room is Landers. So it is merely strike 1. For over 70 years, Weber Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Not a very big lead at first by Sean, but he's got great speed. And the pitch is swung through and missed for strike 2 by Martin. 0-2 the count to him. With 1 on and 1 out for the Breads here in the bottom of the 4th. Breads coming in 17-2, while the Juggernauts 10-9. And the 0-2 is a squibber to the right side. Scooped up, now dropped, but then picked back up again by the first baseman, Poole. He'll flip it to West covering for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 runner left on base. We're heading now to the top of the 5th, and your score remains Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
All righty, back here at the Hilltop. I'm trying to add something up here real quick.
Now batting number 18, Evan West.
Number of pitches and such. First pitch to West is fouled off for strike 1. Just tell you how good a pitcher's duel this has become. Coming into the inning, Dre Roberts has only thrown 48 pitches, while his counterpart, Evan West, has only thrown 45. And they've both been very effective throwing strikes. Harrison County's Dre Roberts has thrown 34 strikes, while West has thrown just 30. Next pitch is popped up, foul, and out of play. This count goes to 0-2. West Time called by West as he steps out of the batter's box for a quick second. West, a strikeout victim, his first time up. A ball and 2 strikes the count. Roberts gets the sign from Napier as the next pitch is fouled out of play. So West trying not to become strikeout victim number 9. So West gets the sign again. And the pitch is stroked into center field, but there to grab it is Sean Vaughn for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down brings Connor Drake, the DH, back to the plate.
Number 22, Connor Drake.
Drake batting for the first baseman, Jacoby Poole. Also a strikeout victim. With 1 out and nobody on, the first pitch is swung through and missed for strike 1. Drake batting 128 on the year. And next pitch is right down Main Street. This count goes to 0-2. Cynthia and Hardee's want you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. The wind in the 0-2 pitch is outside. Napier trying to frame it a little bit, but the home plate umpire would have none of it. And the next pitch is a high chopper to the left side. Green waiting on it, grabs it, fires across the diamond in time to gun down Drake for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down brings KJ Nussbaum back to the plate. Nussbaum struck out looking his first time up.
KJ Nussbaum.
Dre Roberts with 8 strikeouts today. Outfield playing Nussbaum pretty much straight away. Left fielder Easton Martin very deep. First pitch is going to be just inside for ball 1. Tennis team tomorrow will be on the road to Clark County. So best of luck to them as they'll take on GRC. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Nussbaum. And the 2-0 pitch is in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes to Nussbaum. Nussbaum is batting a big 195 on the year. Taking all the way, the next pitch is down the middle for strike 1. Jaden Jasper on deck, hoping for a chance to bat in this inning. His next pitch is down low for ball 4. Second walk surrendered by Dre, who came into the contest having walked, find it here,
Now
having walked
number 8, Jaden Jasper.
6 in 12 innings. So I guess he's pretty much right on his average. To the plate now, Jaden Jasper. First pitch taken for ball 1. A look over to first base by Roberts. And now a throw that direction, but not in time. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau, Palmer Hampton Realty, and Farm Credit Mid-America. This next pitch is outside for a ball. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports to watch all the action. Choking up on the bat handle about an inch is Jasper. Over at first base, Nussbaum being held on by Jordan Persinger. Next pitch is outside and low for ball 3. Nussbaum, 3 stolen bases on the year. Now time called by the batter, Jasper. 5-0, Harrison County leads here in the top of the 5th. The Reds scored all 5 of their runs in the bottom of the 1st. 3-0 delivery is going to be at the letters for a strike. 3-1 in the count. Well, there's quite a few fans come down from Erlanger to watch their Juggernauts play here today. Next pitch is swung through and missed as the count goes full at 3-2. Of course, I'd say some of those fans are fans of Newport Central Catholic and West Jesmond, who will be playing after our game is over. at around 7:30. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout, or Joe Cochran at State Farm, strikeout number 9 on the day for Dre Roberts. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was one runner left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th with your score. Harrison County 5 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Mary Todd Ashbrook today at 859-588-1520 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dream.
Alrighty, back here on the hilltop. 4 innings are in the books now. At least for us. 5 have been on for Lloyd Memorial. Top of the order coming up for the Preds, Hopkins, Green, and Slade against Evan West, who over his last 3 2/3 innings of work has given up a base hit and a base on balls. So he's really done a trick on the highest scoring team in the state. Hopkins walked his first time up, had a fly ball out to right field the next time he came to the plate. West's first delivery to him is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. Well, it's a good thing we got those 5 runs in the first, because since West has settled down, he's done tremendous. Came in with an ERA of 3.20. Next pitch is going to find the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Out in left field, Nussbaum standing right at the base of the bank. Next delivery is going to be a little high for a ball. 1-2 the count to Ian Hopkins. Hopkins stands back in as West gets the sign from Jasper. And the pitch is going to be high, evening things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's kind of overcast. Say the lights will be coming on in the near future. So we're past the 6 o'clock hour. Next pitch is going to be inside and low. Loads up the count at 3-2 to the leadoff batter for the Breds here in the bottom of the 5th. Talked about Dre Roberts rushing right along. So is the case for West. And the pitch is swung through and missed. It's dropped by the catcher. He'll have to throw it on down to first base to complete the strikeout, which he does. That is only the first strikeout thrown in the ball game by Evan West. They'll bring Blake Green back to the plate. Green doubled and scored back in the first. In fact, he scored the first run of the game for the Breds on a wild pitch. He's also had a fly ball out to center field. Talk about the tennis team being at GRC tomorrow. Our track team will be hosting the Harrison County Invitational track meet tomorrow over at the Athletic Complex. The first pitch is outside for ball 1. There'll be 9 teams coming for the track meet, which means 18 teams overall, boys and girls. Hopefully the weather will hold off for them. Next pitch is outside for ball 2. Then next Tuesday, the Thoroughbreds and the Phillies track teams will host an all-comers. West gets the sign from Jasper. And the delivery is at the knees for a strike. It's a good pitch. Green over his last 8 games has gone 12 for 16, batting .750. But swings and misses at that offering as the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With that double back in the first, that extends Green's hitting streak to 9 games in a row, and he's also reached in 14 consecutive games. Next pitch is on the outside corner for strike 3. So 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings Cooper Slade back to the plate. Slade's been on base a couple of times, reached on a fielder's choice and scored back in the first. He also singled in the third, but was caught stealing.
Now batting number 16, Cooper Slade.
Center fielder Colton Barger playing him more to go straight away than to the right center field gap. So the first pitch is delivered outside for ball 1. Juggernauts 10-9. They start out the year on a bad side, with losing 5 in a row, but then picked things up and won 6 of their next 7. Here's a bouncer past the second baseman and into center field for a base hit. Looked like that ball caught the edge of the infield grass and just popped over the outstretched glove of Noggle. So the inning continues for the Thoroughbreds. For Donovan Walker. Walker had an RBI single back in the first and later scored a run. He's also had a fly ball out to center field. Over at first base, Slade being held on by Poole. Slade's been on base all 3 times today. First pitch is a bouncer up the middle for a base hit. Slade rounds second and heads to third as just now the center fielder Barger getting to the ball. So a 2-scooter single with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th for Donovan Walker. Now bring Jordan Persinger back to the plate. Jordan was hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the first. He's also had a fly ball out to left.
Now batting number 17, Jordan Persinger.
With there being 2 outs, the infield for the Juggernauts able to stay at their normal positions. As Persinger levels the bat. And the pitch is going to hit him. So Jordan gets the free pass down for the second time in the ball game to load the bases with Thoroughbreds. Jordan's been hit by a pitch now 7 times this season. And back to the plate, B.J. Napier. He hit a 3-run homer back in the first. Fly ball out in the fourth.
Number 30, B.J. Napier.
Let's see what he can do with the bases loaded. He's 1 for 1 this season with the bases loaded. The wind by West, and with 2 outs, his first pitch is swung through and missed for strike 1. Napier's home run came on a 2-1 delivery back in the first. Slade at third, Walker at second, Jordan Persinger over at first. West wheels and fires the next pitch outside. This count evens up at 1-1. The Breds can really break this game open with a base hit here. They presently lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The wind by West after getting the sign from Jasper is a long fly ball. This could be trouble. Chasing after it, the right fielder Jasper, and this ball is off the fence on a hop. 1 run scores. Walker scores. Coming on in behind, Jordan Persinger will score as well. 3 more RBIs for B.J. Napier as Harrison County's lead has grown now to 8-0. Good job. That ball didn't miss by very much of being out of here, but it was just barely short.
Russ Persinger.
Russ Persinger to the plate now. Brock Coy will go down to run at second base for Napier. First pitch to Russ is taken for strike 1. Those are the first runs that Harrison County has scored since the first inning. 6 RBIs on the day for Napier. Next pitch is on the outside part of the plate. This count goes to 0-2 on Persinger, who has grounded out to the first baseman twice. West just trying to get out of the inning at this point. Looks back at second base at Coy. And here's a bouncing ball to second. Gobbled up by the second baseman, Noggle. His throw to first base is in time to catch Russ Persinger by half a step. But 3 runs come in the inning on the 3-run double by B.J. Napier. That was one of 3 base hits. There were no errors and 1 left. We're heading down to the top of the 6th with your score. Harrison County 8 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Katie Bowman today at 859-595-4234 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County puts 3 more runs on the scoreboard and now lead 8-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. Your numbers through the first 5 show the Juggernauts with no runs, no hits, no errors. They've left 2 runners stranded. Meanwhile, Harrison County, 8 runs on 7 hits. They have likewise played errorless baseball and left a couple aboard. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 batters coming up for Lloyd. Braden Noggle. Then back to the top and Luke Landers and Colton Barger. Roberts delivers the last of his warm-up pitches. Noggle, a fly ball out to right field, the only time he's been to the bat before.
Batting number 20, Braden Noggle.
Good crowd on hand to watch today's game. Temperature very pleasant. Supposed to be this same kind of weather tomorrow as well. This first pitch is taken for a strike with maybe just a little bit more of a chance of rain. Roberts gets the sign from Napier, and the pitch is going to be popped up foul and out of play behind us for strike 2. Napier came into the ball game with a respectable 14 RBIs on the season, but has gotten 6 today. Next pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. 9 batters have been struck out in today's game by Roberts. And the pitch is going to stay up high as the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roberts has walked 2 batters as well. Next pitch, a shoulder-high fastball that Noggle went chasing after for strike 3. That's now 10 Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeouts in the ball game. Coming to the plate now, the top of the order, and Luke Landers. Landers a grounder to second in the first. He's also struck out. First pitch to him here is high and inside for ball 1. Roberts still working quickly as he has all game, and the pitch is going to be up high for ball 2. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and Phillies as the next pitch is outside for ball 3. 3-0 now the count to Landers. His team trailing 8-0 here in the top of the 6th with a runner or with 1 out and nobody on.
3 balls, no strikes.
The wind and the next pitch is going to be at the knees for a strike. 3-1 now the count to Landers. Next pitch is up, high ball for a 3rd walk, surrendered by Roberts. And that makes it 3 innings in a row in which the Juggernauts have gotten a batter on base. Colton Barger to the plate now. He's had a strikeout and also a fly ball out to center field. Over at first, Landers being held on by Jordan Persinger. Landers leads the team in steals make that second on the team in steals with 14. First pitch is going to be fouled off for strike one. The El Paracutan Daily Lunch Specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan to visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Right at the edge of the grass at third base is Hopkins as the next pitch is delivered to center field. Vaughn going back, but this ball is going to be off the fence on a hop. Heading on into second base standing will be Landers. And on to third base, actually, is Barger. And at third is Landers on the double. The first base hit of the ball game for the Juggernauts. They trail 8-0, and they're now going to concentrate on trying to score. Grayson Benosh at the plate. Fly ball out to left. He's also walked in the game. Corner infielder's about halfway in. Middle infielder's back. One out in the inning. The pitch is going to be inside for a ball. .81 pitches have been thrown by Roberts. Next delivery is outside and low as the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. It looks like Newport Central Catholic is here, awaiting their game against West Jessamine. Runners take their leads as Roberts checks them out. And the pitch is way outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. And now Coach Duffy going out to the mound to have a chat with Dre Roberts. See what's up with all these walks. For over 70 years, Weber's Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Along with all the sports stuff going on tomorrow across the campus of Harrison County High School, also the Starry Night program will be going on at the auditorium around 6 o'clock tomorrow night. So watch some baseball and then go and see some of the most talented people in the Harrison County school system. It's always a good time. 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for a strike. I think Colton probably just told Dre, just throw strikes. Benosh stands in. And now stepping off the back of the rubber is Roberts. Benosh is a threat, hitting a team-leading .481 coming into the ball game. Juggernauts trying to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Now time called by Benosh before he steps back in once again. Outfield playing him deep. Don't want anything to go over their heads at this point. The wind and the 3-1 delivery is a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Calling for it at third base will be Hopkins, who will haul it in for out number 2.
Now batting number 10.
So with 2 down and those runners still at second and third, Jamaica Jasper to the plate. Jasper has struck out twice in the game. 2 of the 10 recorded in the contest by Roberts. First pitch to Jasper is bounced foul to the left side for strike 1. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more about it. Also tomorrow, we'll talk about this more tomorrow, the Reds Hall of Fame inducting 4 new members. Ought to be an exciting time up in the River City. So the next pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. Jasper can't believe it, and I kind of don't blame him on that one. However, count now 0-2 with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And the pitch is going to be down low for ball 1. Jasper stands back in and awaits the next pitch from Roberts. Senior winds and fires the 1-2 across the outside part of the plate for strike 3. Another Joe Cochran strikeout for Harrison County. That is 11 on the day now for Roberts. No runs. There was one base hit. No errors and 2 left. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th with your score. Harrison County 8 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Doug Hampton today at 859-588-7120 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Half of the 6th inning, Harrison County up 8-0. There'll be Sean Vaughn, Easton Martin, then back to the top of the order, and Ian Hopkins to take on Evan West, who pitched extremely well through 3 2/3 innings in the middle of the game, but then gave up a couple of singles to Sladen Walker, hit Jordan Persinger with a pitch to load the bases, and then B.J. Napier almost got his second home run of the season as it just barely hit the fence just before going over. But he still ended up with a 3-run double, so 6 RBIs on the day for B.J. Napier. Sean Vaughn has both walked and had a fly ball out to left field today. Oh, nope, going to be Brock Coy. So Coy batting for Sean Vaughn.
10 replacing 15. 35 replacing 20.
And 6. Take a look at Brock's numbers on the season. He's now batting .407. Has 3 doubles, a triple. He's also driven in 6. Coy stands in against West. The wind and the first pitch is going to be taken at the knees for a strike. Tell you what, West has made some mistakes for sure, but been pretty effective. The wind and the next delivery to the dish is going to be fouled straight back. After all, the Breds came into the game averaging nearly 12 runs per game. They've held us to 4 below that. So count goes to 0-2 on Coy. The wind by West, and the 0-2 to the plate is going to plunk him in between the 1 and the 0. So Brock Coy hit by a pitch for the second time this season. And that will bring Simon Jenkins to the plate. So Jenkins batting for Martin here.
Now batting number 37, Simon Jenkins.
In the 6th. Over at first base, Coy being held on by Poole. West takes a glance over there at him, and the first pitch is on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Jenkins on the season, now batting .261. Has a couple of doubles, a triple, and 4 RBIs. From the stretch, West. The pitch is going to be inside. Evens up the count at 1-1. 1 on, nobody out for the Breds here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Breds can get a couple of runs. We can end this game a little bit early. Although the next game is not scheduled till 7:30 as the next pitch is swung on and missed. This count goes to 1-2. West Jessamine and Newport Central Catholic playing each other at 7:30. Then tomorrow at 10, the Breds will take on Newport Central Catholic as the Thoroughbreds take on the Thoroughbreds. Next pitch is fouled out of play to the right side as the count remains 1-2. Then at 12:15, the Juggernauts will take on Newport Catholic. 2:45, those same Juggernauts will take on Austin Kearns' West Jessamine Club. And then the day will wrap up with the Breads and West Jessamine. Here's a snap throw to first, but not in time. Jenkins stands back in the batter's box. West once again from the stretch. The 1-2 is a fly ball into center field. Tracking it, Barger. He'll make the grab for out number 1. That'll send us back to the top of the order for Ian Hopkins, who will now go back into the dugout, as Keaton Custard will come out to bat.
40 for 44.
So Keaton Custard.
Now batting number 40, Keaton Custard.
And the 6th. So Keaton on the year, batting .667 on 4 out of 6. Has a double and a couple of RBIs. It's pitched well and batted well so far. Just an 8th grader. In on the infield grass at third base is Landers. The pitch to Keaton is in the gap. Drop baseball, and it does. Long single, but a 2-scooter single nonetheless, as the runner, Sean Vaughn, or Brock Coy, excuse me, gets all the way over to third base. And now Brock tried to come home, and they were waiting on him. And now Brock is not getting up. Oh. Huh. Not sure what happened there, but Brock is very slow. Now Kendrick is out there to take a look at him. He's grabbing his right thigh. So now he'll stand up and takes it very easy. Going back to the dugout, some of his teammates are coming on now to help him off, but he is being very ginger on that right side. Now he's picking it up all together as they take him back to the dugout. So Coy caught trying to sneak one in, but unable to. In the meantime, Keaton Custard moves to second base.
Now batting number 14, Blake Green.
They'll bring Blake Green back to the plate. First pitch to him is taken for strike 1. Green doubled back in the first inning to extend his hitting streak to 9 games in a row. Next pitch is taken up high for ball 1. He also has had a fly ball out to center and is struck out. With 2 outs, down at second base, Keaton Custard. Reds up 8-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch is tipped foul into the mid of Jasper. The count goes to 1-2. With that double also, Green has now reached base in 14 straight ball games. Next pitch is an excuse me. Was it a swing? Oh, they're going to say it was not a swing. So Blake may have gotten away with one there, as the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A look back at second base, and the break-even pitch is a bouncer to the mound. Grabbed by West. He'll pop it over to first base for out number 3. No runs. There was 1 base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're heading now to the top of the 7th with your score. Harrison County 8 and the Juggernauts of Lloyd Memorial nothing. You're listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Ronnie Brown today at 502-542-1984 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality.
Alrighty, here we go. The top of the 7th inning. It'll be Evan West, Connor Drake, and KJ Nussbaum coming to the plate. That's the 5, 6, and 7 batters. They've got an 8-run hill to climb. Meanwhile, Dre Roberts working on a one-hitter. He's already struck out 11 in the ball game while walking 3.
Now batting,
trying
18, Evan West.
Pitch a complete game shutout here. At the plate, West is struck out. He's also had a fly ball out to center field. Roberts gets the sign. His first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. That's pitch number 90 on the day for Roberts. Wind, and the next pitch is a slow roller to the right side. Charging it hard is Slade. He'll pick it up, fire to first base in time to retire West for out number 1.
Now batting, number 22, Connor Drake.
Connor Drake to the plate now, the designated hitter, batting for the first baseman, Jacoby Poole. He struck out and also had a ground ball out to shortstop. Stands in there. Drake, a junior. And the first pitch is taken on the inside corner for strike 1. This is a very young Lloyd Memorial team, just one senior on the roster. Next pitch is outside as the count goes even at 1-1. That one senior, Grayson Benash, their best hitter. Drake steps back in with 1 out and nobody on. Chokes up on the bat handle about an inch. So the pitch is thrown down low for ball 2. Cynthia Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. So the next pitch is fouled out of play behind the third base dugout, evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sun trying to peek its way from behind the overcast clouds for one last time today. And the next pitch is outside as the count goes full at 3-2. Oddly, as much control as Dre has had, he's walked at least one batter in each of the last 3 innings. And the pitch is swatted into left field. Martin reaches up and misplays the ball as this ball is going to go all the way to the fence. Hustling into second base and sliding in safely will be Drake. We'll have to give that an error. But it looked like Martin was just fooled by that pitch as it was coming out towards him. KJ Nussbaum will now come to the plate. We'll have a courtesy runner at first base. Nussbaum has walked and struck out. Wind still blowing loftily towards left center as the first pitch is delivered up high for ball 1. Down at second base, the runner takes his lead as the Shadows come back onto the field. Next pitch is swung on and missed as the count goes 1-1 on Nussbaum. Staying very close to the second base bag is the courtesy runner as the next pitch is tipped foul into the mitt of Napier for strike 2. Nussbaum takes a deep breath before stepping back into the batter's box. As Napier flashes the sign to the mound, the 1-2 is just outside. Looked like the home plate umpire was about to call it a strike and ring him up, but decided against it. And the break-even pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, a shoulder-high fastball that Nussbaum went chasing after. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. That's 12 on the day now for Roberts. Jaden Jasper, he'll come to the plate now. He's a 2-time strikeout victim. 1 out to go. Harrison up 8-0. Woo! That was an inside pitch that had Jasper spinning out of the way of it. 4-1. Red's about to go to 18-2 on the year, while Lloyd and Memorial will go to 10-10 as the next pitch is high and inside as well. This count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Jamaica Jasper, a sophomore. The 2-0 delivery is on the outside part of the plate for a strike. And Jasper having a very difficult at-bat. He'll stand back in there, choking up on the bat handle an inch as the pitch is delivered at the knees for strike 2. So 2-2 the count to Jasper, and Dre Roberts is just 1 strike away from pitching a 1-hitter. Look back at second at the runner, and the break even is outside to load up the count at 3-2. West Jesmond and Newport Central Catholic coming up next. They play at 7:30 on the hilltop here. But first, the payoff to the plate is swung on and miss for a strike 3. Another Joe Cochran at State Farm strikeout. 13 strikeouts today for Dre Roberts. So he gives up just 1 base hit and allowed 3 batters to get on base on walks. Otherwise, a nearly perfect game for Dre Roberts. Brez improved now to 18-2, while Lloyd Memorial drops to 10-10, as that's the way this tournament has started. We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show. We'll go over all the scoring and stats, and also have a chat with a member of the Harrison County coaching staff. We'll also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game, which I think I already know who it's going to be. Well, it might be 2 of them. Listen and find out. Once again, from here on the hilltop in the first game of the Harrison Memorial Hospital Breds Baseball Invitational, Harrison County 8 and Lloyd Memorial nothing. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Baseball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Dreaming of the perfect home? Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, Palmer Hampton Realty is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of Cynthiana, we know this community like no one else. From charming historic homes to modern dream properties, we'll find the perfect fit for you. Call Trish Jenkins today at 859-588-5590 and let's make your real estate dreams a reality. At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Here at the Hilltop, just as the game ends, the sun comes out. But it was a good victory for Harrison County, 8-0, as they improved to 18-2 on the year. 18-2. Who'd ever thought that? Harrison County wins this game on a tremendous pitching performance by Dre Roberts, one of the better pitching performances we've had this season, as he gave up just one hit, struck out 13,